Welp, I've foreshadowed this multiple times now. Might as well do it. Of the many creators I still hadn't covered on this channel, one of the ones I wanted to do the most was a certain man who's not too well known in the grand scheme of things. An awesome man known as Troublesome Junction. Troublesome Junction is a young gentleman who, as his channel description says, likes making memes and ranting about stupid stuff made for kids. The main takeaway you need about him is that most of his content is related to Thomas or various puppet horror and humor. The dude is honestly such a Chad. I love pretty much every video of his, and sometimes he'll do things like mention how he's a FNAF fan and showcase his Spring Bonnie cosplay, which is awesome. Like probably a lot of others, the first video I saw from him was his first All Engines Go rant, and I've been watching him relatively frequently ever since. And as already stated, Junction ain't a particularly large channel compared to many of the others I've discussed, but that obviously doesn't take away from the quality of his work. He has a couple prominent series on his channel, Warped Archives and The Milk Tank. Warped Archives is this series about horrific creatures he's created, such as long Furbies and weird gray one-armed vomit beasts. They can be really hilarious or straight up creepy. His puppet work is great and the style is just so unique. This series is truly a blast.
Where are we?
I can tell you one way you're not. Safe.
And then there's The Milk Tank, a series where he makes in-depth discussions on whatever he wants to talk about, usually Thomas stuff. He's already covered a plethora of fun and interesting topics, from Tommy Oliver to Everything Diesel 10.
The fuck?
From merchandise coupling systems to Nia and Rebecca, from Hero of the Rails to the Institute of Innovation. This series is some of the bread and butter of his channel, and it's inspired me a great deal. It's incredibly entertaining, and I always get excited to see the next installment. He describes his opinions with such clarity, dignity, wit, and respect, which I always appreciate. You've heard me say the same kind of thing with people like Piston Cup Productions, so what makes Troublesome Junction so special? Well, for one, he tends to explain his points in a very original and passionate way that always grabs my attention. And when he feels the need, he'll reference what others like the Unlucky Tug have said before him. This is what makes him so trustworthy and agreeable, not to mention that he's left me with several important messages to think deeply about. But that's not the only key factor, oh no. His voice is very relaxing and it fits his video style perfectly. He hardly makes any mistakes when speaking to the camera, and I love how he wears that hat in nearly every video. Being a very comedic channel, he tends to emphasize his sense of humor, but is it any good? Yep! In every video, he always finds a way to make me laugh. In fact, here, have a taste.
Dear Chubbish, I need you to take this giant boob implant to Clowntown for the Kim Kardashian Festival. Legend has it that it's still floating around the world to this day, looking for innocent children to haunt.
But hey, we know that can't possibly be true. We know that that's just a myth, right?
That's a motherfucking condom.
Yeah, he's a real crack-up. That's essentially everything I have to say about Troublesome Junction. He's a cool guy who makes really nice videos. I'm not gonna pretend that he's the most influential Thomas user or the most revolutionary YouTuber ever, but he's not supposed to be. He's just simple, exciting, wholesome, goofy, creepy, informative fun. And if that's what you're after, his channel's a goldmine. And that's not to say he's not anything inspiring. His confidence and especially sense of humor have just really clicked with me. I know he doesn't consider himself as one, but TJ here is certainly in my list of favorite Thomas creators. I'll also link his Instagram in the description. If you've never come across his channel before, which I wouldn't be too surprised if you haven't, do yourself a favor and check out at least one of his videos. I can personally assure you that they are more than worth your time. So yeah, please support and subscribe to Troublesome Junction. He truly deserves it. And if you don't, well, expect to see this under your bed tonight. More! And one last thing before I leave. Have you noticed how the last few salutes have been on moderately sized channels instead of huge ones? Well, that's soon gonna change, because next time, I'll be covering a much larger beast. We'll just have to wait and see who it'll be. Thank you all for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye!